Hey guys, so today we are working on some purple crayon cookies. I have started a couple, but what I did was I used this cookie cutter right here. It's pretty cool. It gave me the outlines, but when I went through and outlined it, I decided I didn't really like the way that looked. So I've decided to flood the entire cookie first. And then after I flood the entire cookie, I am going to go back with the black and do some embellishments on the cookie itself instead of using the outline that the cookie cutter provided for me. So I'm using about a 10-second icing, and what that means is I made my royal icing. And when I made it, I took my spatula and drew a line through it. And it took about 10 seconds for that line to completely disappear. So that is considered a 10-second royal icing. I'm using that way I don't have any spillage on the sides. You can see I can easily move it. See that line right there? And it fades away. It's almost gone completely, but it will be very, very shortly. So I'm using it this way so that I don't have any spillage over to the sides of the cookie and have to wipe them off and things like that. Just makes for a much nicer cookie. It did take me a minute to be able to perfect my icing on this level and get it there, but I do like to use a 10-second icing, sometimes a 15 depending on what exactly I am creating. But for these cute little purple crayon cookies, I think this 10-second icing is doing me some justice here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna finish these up, and then I'm gonna let them sit out and dry for a little while, maybe about 2 or 3 hours, so that the top of it has dried. And then I'll come back and I'll do the black on top, and then I'll let them sit out overnight and finish drying in front of the fan, and then they'll be ready to go. So I'll see you back in just a second. All right, we are back. So as you can see, I've started one. You can see I have this lovely black color. I achieved this color by using something called black cocoa. It can be found on Amazon, and it actually tastes like chocolate, only it's black. So I added that to my royal icing to create our black color. And this has been drying for about 2 or 3 hours. And then now, you know, we're just coming back in and piping onto the cookies. I like to start in the center to create our circle here. As we can see, it's moving a little bit, so we're gonna give it a little less. I opted out of doing a Crayola cookie simply because that is trademarked, and I really don't want Crayola to come after me. So we are doing just a mock cookie here, instead of doing something that is going to be licensed or trademarked. So we'll just continue in this fashion. Very easy, very simple. And that is how you do crayon cookies.